Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Hey, I'm live from Niagara Falls, New York. I'm actually at the Sheraton Hotel, which is right across from the convention center, and like a 10-minute walk from Niagara Falls. I mean, who knew? I had no idea that these things were that close. Well, the hotel was that close to the actual falls. You would think the falls were way out of town or whatever, but no, the falls are literally within walking distance of this hotel and the convention center. So, been having a good time here. I'm here for Destination East, which is a meeting that's put on by Northstar Meetings and Events. So I appreciate them for the invitation and definitely showing or giving us the tour of Niagara Falls. So that was on that bucket list. You know how everybody has a bucket list, right? Well, I've always had that on my bucket list. Maybe since I've been an adult, I don't know, but I finally got here, right? So never give up, never say never, right? So who would have thought, right? But I got a chance to check it out. All different views. There's different falls. There's not just one fall. There's several different waterfalls there. All on the American side or the U.S. side. So, and then there's a Canadian side as well. So, but yeah, so it was definitely an experience, definitely cool. So once again, thank you to Northstar Meetings and Events, specifically Destination East. Like I said, I'm live here at the Sheraton in Niagara Falls, New York, which is right outside of Buffalo. So Buffalo, New York is about 20 minutes from here. You actually fly into Buffalo. I think it's called Buffalo Niagara Falls Airport. And it's about a 20-minute drive, I would say. So been having a good time. Just got here yesterday. It's just a 2-day meeting. So yesterday had evening events. This morning we had appointments, had 12 appointments today. I'll have 12 appointments tomorrow. And then I leave about 6 p.m. Coming back to the West Coast. West Coast is the best coast. But anyway, this is a daily check-in, right? So I normally do, I guess you guys know, On Air with Russell of Hotels is normally today. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, today is Tuesday, October 22nd. Normally On Air with Russell of Hotels is today. But because I'm traveling, I think I did announce that I was not going to be doing it. But, everything's depending on time, right? What time I had. And I didn't know what my schedule would be. There was a schedule out, but I just didn't know when it would be. I didn't read it until I got here. So I said, I had about an hour and a half. In fact, I have to meet and about an hour for dinner. Are we going to the Hard Rock Cafe tonight? Something like that. Yeah. So we do everything as a group, right? So had dinner last night, a reception and dinner, drinks, dessert, all that stuff last night. And then, of course, today, breakfast this morning, as well as a keynote speaker who talked about a lot of AI things, how you can use AI, what's particular or specific platforms you should be using, or gave an example of certain things. So for some people, it was overwhelming because a lot of people in the room they don't use AI. I know they don't use it like I do, right? Not saying that I'm not know everything about AI, but there's, I know a lot about the little bit of, or the few platforms that I use, right? But it was eye-opening to see some of this other stuff that's coming out as well. So that was great. So it's always good to, help you with your business, right? When someone is doing something to help you with their business. And AI definitely does that, especially if you're like a one-man show, two-man show, and you can't do everything, right? So it kind of helps you streamline some things. So, once again, thank Northstar Meetings for that as well, because they provided the speaker as well, and it definitely was kind of right on time. Hey, the comments section are open. I'll be on maybe a little longer than normal, but I definitely won't be on an hour because I got places to go. And if no one's making comments, then there's no reason for me to be on here, right? But no. So it's been good. And then after the keynote speaker, we had the appointments. So I had 12 appointments. Then after that, there was lunch, and then a quick little break, and then we came back and did the Niagara Falls. We did a little tour and the Niagara Falls. So it was dope. Okay, let's just say that it was dope. So I'm glad I went. Yeah, it got wet. You had to have a little poncho, and they give you the rain ponchos and all that. And now I see why they do that, right? Because on the boat, you get so close. I mean, it's like, and I never been in a hurricane before, and I mean, just the power of the falls and things like that, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous how drenched you got in like seconds. So, but it was good. I mean, it was a good experience just to see how this whole thing, and hear the history of it and what they use it for now, as far as making energy and things like that, and it's cool. It was cool, and how much water comes out per second, it's just ridiculous. The amount, like I said, the amount of power water has, crazy. So anyway, so like I said, this is the Daily Check-In with Russell of Hotels. I do another show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. So remember this, next week I'm having Miss Candace Tucker. She's with the East Point CVB, which is out there near Atlanta. Well, it's outside of Atlanta, near Atlanta Airport. It's a community destination named East Point. East Point Convention and Visitors Bureau. She's going to be on next week, so we're going to talk. What are we going to talk about? Don't worry about all that. Just make sure you're there next week, 1 o'clock, next Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. She's going to be on the show, and we're going to have a conversation. So, yeah, so I got my questions ready for her, and I hope she's ready. No, I'm joking. But, no, we're going to have a conversation about some stuff, like how she got in the industry. No two people got in this industry alike. So we're going to find out how she got in this industry, what she does, how she does it, and does she like it? I'm sure she will. That's a loaded question, right? So I won't ask that question, but it's definitely going to be a great conversation. Going to have some fun, and that's going to open up a series of other CVB people or DMO people that I'm going to be speaking with. So Candace Tucker is going to be the first. Then I have two other people behind her. So, but we got to start off with Candace. Okay, so we're going to start off with Candace. We're going to talk to her. We're going to talk about East Point. We're going to talk about how long she's been there. We're going to talk about a lot of different stuff. So just make sure you tune in next Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and we're going to have Miss Candace Tucker on here. So once again, I'm live from Niagara Falls, New York at the Sheraton. So of course I have specifics about the Sheraton. So just hold on, be patient. I'll make sure I share that with you. So remember the blog, right? So I haven't updated the blog as far as any Sheraton information here in Niagara Falls, because this is still fluid. It's still going on. But check out my blog. Go to russellofhotels.com, and you'll see all the topics that I normally talk about. Well, not normally talk about, but normally I do put up the topics that I do discuss in the Daily Check-In, as well as On Air with Russell of Hotels. So those are there. So go and check those out, along with updated photos of some of the hotels that I've been, that I've experienced, that I've done site tours, or that I stayed in, or whatever. So make sure you go and check those out as well. It would always be on the blog. So just go russellofhotels.com, and then go to the blog. It's a blog drop down menu. Hit that, bing, and you'll see all the stuff that I talked about, past topics and all that kind of stuff. So check it out. I would appreciate you. Let's see. What else? I'm sure you hear that. That's a little air conditioner on. The air conditioner. Can I turn it off? Let's turn it off, because it's making too much noise. But it doesn't seem like it wants to turn off. Come on, Mr. Air Conditioner. Well, maybe there's a delay on it. Oh, there you go. It turned off. I'm not even sure if you could hear it. But anyway, so this is the Sheraton Niagara Falls. Once again, it's in Niagara Falls, New York, right outside of Buffalo. Has a convention center right across the street. I don't have the specifics, and I guess maybe I should have got the specifics of the convention center. Guess what? I'll do a daily check-in maybe tomorrow, and I'll make sure I have the specifics of the Niagara Falls Convention Center, which is literally right across the street, just steps away from the Sheraton. Okay, it's not attached, but it's across the way. I mean, literally, like, I don't know, I probably can count from the end of where the Sheraton ends to where the convention center begins across the street. I don't know, maybe 10 feet, 20 feet. Let's just say 40 feet. Let's say that. Let's say 40 feet. But it's 391 guest rooms, built in 1975. So yeah, it's an older building, 1975. 1975 was a great year. No, was it? No, I don't know. I don't think so. 32,200 square feet of meeting space, and that encompasses like 7 meeting rooms, and they have an exhibit hall as well. I'm not sure. I'm sure that exhibit hall is in that 32,000 square feet, but I'm not sure how much of that. I think it's 11,000 square feet is for the exhibit hall. It was last renovated in 2020, but it's in need of renovation now. Okay, so it's a little tired, it's a little dated, and they know that. In fact, they've scheduled another renovation coming up, starting, I want to say January of 25. Now this is going to take some time because they're doing it in phases, and they have a busy time in the summer, right? So they're kind of smart. So they're going to plan to do it starting in January, and then get completed maybe half of the rooms up until like the summer, because summer is their busy month. They'll take off from the renovation for the summer months and then pick back up and then finish in 2026, which, you got to do what you have to do. You don't want to lose money or leave money on the table. So I understand, but definitely hotel does need some renovation, some refresh, things like that. So, and I saw the rooms, the showrooms, I guess the new design rooms, if you will. They look nice, and I love that they getting rid of the carpet in the room. So that's how you can tell if a hotel, this is the new style, renovated or whatever, because they got rid of the carpet. If you see carpet, wall-to-wall carpet in hotel rooms, they ain't done no renovation. They haven't done any new things, right? So I don't know why it took so long for that to happen, right? I used to be in housekeeping, right? And one of the worst things that I hated was cleaning carpets, because they always, even if there's a stain, you got them out. Sometimes you think you get them out, and sometimes, they just, it's basically on the surface. What you're cleaning is just part of it. It's like, like cosmetic. You're just taking the top of it off, but it continues to come back up. It'll come back up, right? But yeah, it definitely needs, like I said, when you go to a hotel that has carpet there, I'm kind of suspect. But if it's a brand new hotel and you see carpet, yeah, okay, but it's just too hard to keep clean. So when I see hotels, the new look hotels don't have carpet in it, and they gone to like a wood floor look, I think that looks a lot better. It's definitely a lot more cleaner. It's easier to clean the floor versus the carpet. You don't have to worry about, getting out the carpet cleaner and steamer and the low speed thing buffer that we used to do. Oh my God, I got stories about that. But I love the new looks, without the carpet. So as you can tell, I don't like carpet in hotel rooms. So, but anyway, so that's how you can tell, right? Sometimes that's how you can tell if the hotel's been renovated. Does it have carpet? Yeah, it has carpet. Oh, it ain't been renovated. But anyway, I've seen some new hotels that still have carpet in them, brand new hotels, and they still have carpet. But it just, I guess, depends on maybe the brand, because if it's a brand, brands like this Sheraton is part of Marriott, right? So Marriott rolls out every year a renovation plan. When you're doing renovation, it has to meet these particular standards, right? And someone comes in and inspects that stuff, right? So that's one thing about Marriott I love, is that consistency. So the Sheraton brand is one of the brands they're working on. So there's a new look for Sheratons, because Sheraton really didn't have any identity for years. But now that Marriott has it, and they kind of figured out what they're going to do with them, they're trying to make sure they're updated, right, like they should be. So there you go. And there's about 300 Sheratons, I think, worldwide out there. So this is one of them. So hopefully, you'll be able to check it out when it's completely done in 2026. There you go. And we're at the end of 2024 right now. So yeah, only a couple years. You'll be good. So once again, 391 guest rooms, 1975 is when it was built. 32,200 square feet of meeting space. And they said it was last renovated in 2020, but if they did anything, it was kind of like some soft goods, and they just kind of maybe changed. I see hallway carpet looks like it had been changed, but it's probably a couple years old, 4 years old. Yeah, it's probably about 4 years old. But you can tell that it's different than the carpet that's in the guest room. The guest room carpet probably hasn't been changed in a while, probably 7 to 10 years, I would say. So there you go. There you go. I'd be paying attention. People don't realize I'd be paying attention. Is that English? I be paying attention, or I pay attention? I'm not sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. It'll be show number 274 when I have Miss Candace Tucker on next week. So make sure you guys check it out. Once again, on this same platform, that's LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Next Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST, we're going to talk about everything, right? And make sure you check out, because it is a podcast, like a traditional podcast, or if you just want to listen to me, you don't want to see me, and that's fine. You don't want to see Candace, that's fine. You don't have to see her either. But you can go podbean.com. That's where I put my podcast. Once the podcast is over, then that's where it will appear. So go podbean.com. Just type in On Air with Russell of Hotels and you'll find it. Or you can go, once again, you can go to my website, because all my podcasts are there as well. So go to my website, russellofhotels.com. Just go to the podcast button, bing, hit it, and all the podcasts will pop up. Just hit them, and then just click the button, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just go check it out. Just go check it out. Once again, this is a Sheraton Niagara Falls. Did I have a picture, a photo? Oh, this is a live shot. This is a live shot. That's the bed with pillows, right? So I have a room with two, and that's all I'm going to show you, right? I have a room with two, are they queen size beds? Or two doubles? I mean, they could be queen size beds. Queens, two queens. But yeah, so, and I don't mind that. When I checked in, they said, oh, you have two beds in there. And that's fine, because what I do is put out my clothes on one, and then I sleep in the other. That's what I do, right? So I make use of the bed. I mean, I don't, I just put stuff on top of it, but I don't get under it. I don't sleep in both beds, just to mess it up for housekeeping. And I'm not sure. That's a good question. You asked that question. Are they making up clean your room on a daily basis? No. Well, I have my. Excuse me. So no, I didn't ask that when I checked in, and I should have asked. Do they still do housekeeping service daily, or is it upon request? So I'm thinking it's upon request. I didn't request it, and also I put my do not disturb sign on the door as well. So normally they wouldn't come in there anyway. Based on that, I check out tomorrow, so they can clean the room tomorrow. So that's how I roll. If there's something I needed changed, like if I needed new towels or linen or stuff like that, I would ask for that. But typically, no. Typically, I just, I don't make a mess, and I make up my own bed. In fact, my bed is made up right now. But, that's for me, right? Now, for the new guests, now they're going to have to come here and do that. But no. So, no, I don't require that much maintenance. I'm pretty, mellow and things like that. So, but some hotels still do that. Like I was just at the Fountain Blue in Las Vegas. Now they did service every day. They took the towels. Although I did hang up my towel, the one I took a shower with, was that called a bath towel? Was that what it's called? I just hung it up, and they kept that. They didn't replace that, which is good. But they did empty the trash. They did make up my bed every day. I'm like, okay, but the experience there is elevated, right? So it's more of a luxury hotel. So maybe what comes with a luxury hotel is that they, give you housekeeping service every day, and that's fine if that's what they do. But had they asked me upon check-in, I would have said, no, you don't have to clean my room. But so just check when you check in. That's how you will know. Just say, hey, do you clean rooms every day, or does housekeeping tidy or refresh rooms on a daily basis? And they'll let you know. I just didn't ask the question, and I should have. But like I said, I put the do not disturb sign on there, so that means they wouldn't come in there anyway. So that's it, right? So I see no questions, nothing like that. But if you have any questions at all, I am a resource for the hospitality industry. I do hotel site selection, but I also do, one thing that hotels are, how do I say this? You know what brand awareness is? Letting people know that your brand is out there. Because a lot of people, and I'll say a lot of people in sales and marketing for hotels, they think that everyone knows. They think that everyone's aware of their brand, meaning their specific hotel, and that is so far from the truth. Normally, people remember the last hotel they've been to or the last hotel that actually called them or whatever. So for a meeting planner or for a hotel site selection person like myself, I only remember for the most part, I only remember the last hotel that I met with or someone that called me or someone that emailed me. So sometimes, unless it's top of mind, meaning I've seen enough information about that hotel, if that's on email, if that's someone posting things on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook or Instagram, right? I'll see those things because I follow probably 300 or so hotels nationwide, because I want to see the frequency in which hotels post things. Now, if you can't be in front of someone, you need to use a platform so you can get your word across that, hey, my brand is here. Be aware of my brand. I'm trying to create brand awareness or whatever. But we don't do a lot of that. And hotels think that they don't need to do it. They think that, they know my brand. Oh, yeah, my brand exists. Oh, they know. Yeah, because I ask people all the time, where do you work again? I work here. I'm like, oh, okay, where's that hotel at? It's here. It's okay. And then I see him again, like, where do you work again? That may be my own thing, right? But people, the message I'm trying to get across is that people are not as aware as you think they are. So you have to do things to make sure they're aware. That's, attending conferences and meetings and networking events, or if that's posting things consistently on social media, or maybe that's being, a guest on a show called, for an example, On Air with Russell of Hotels, where you can come on and talk about your hotel, your CVB, or whatever hospitality company business that you work for or you run, right? That's where you kind of move the needle. Not saying it has to be this particular show, but what I'm saying is the more eyes you have on your brand, the more people talk about your brand, the more people see your brand, the more likely that someone's going to book your brand, okay, when it's a hotel. So just because you think you're doing well, if you're not doing 100%, 365 days a year, you need some help. I'm just going to throw it out there. You need some help. And that goes for every hotel that's out there. If you're not running 100%, 365, people do forget about hotels. I hate to say it, but they do. They do forget about you. They forget about hotels. Why do you think I post so often? I do a daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do On Air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday. I've done 273 shows. The next one will be 274. Why do I do all that? Because I want people to remember who I am and what I do and how I can help them. It's the same thing that hotels should do for their own brand. This is my brand, right? Russell of Hotels is my brand, right? So I would be doing a disservice to myself and to my company if I didn't let people know what I did, who I was, what I do, and how I can help. Those are three things that you should always let people know. And when I come on and do these particular lives, like this daily check-in I'm doing right now, those are the things that I let people know. And I just let you know that I do brand awareness as well as hotel site selection. So what that encompasses is I help companies and organizations. I was going to say help my clients find the right hotel for their meeting, their event, their conference, their retreat, their convention, whatever it is. 10 rooms or more is considered a group. So my job is to help them find that particular hotel and whatever destination they choose. And I help with contract negotiation as well. Pricing and all that is included in that contract negotiation. And then we go from there, right? And of course, the client signs the contract, but we do site inspections. I set all that stuff up. So we'll go and maybe stay at the hotel and experience it in a way that the clients would experience it, or my clients' attendees would experience it. So those are things that I do. And it's easy for me to do this because I'm already there. It's easy for me to create brand awareness for hotels because I'm already in the hotels. Who out there knew that the Sheraton Niagara Falls, New York existed? I'm just using that as an example. I'm waiting. No one? Okay, I'm sure there's somebody out there, but the majority of people did know, because you may be in Los Angeles. You may not have known about it, right? Just like they may not have known of hotels that are in Los Angeles if you're on this coast, right? So my job doesn't matter where it is, because I plan meetings everywhere. I attend meetings everywhere. I'm in New York right now, right? So I didn't know the hotel existed. Well, I knew maybe, I don't know, a month or so ago, but this is my first time here. So my job is to create awareness, not just for me and my clients, but for those potential people that don't know this hotel exists. Maybe you and your family want to take a trip to Niagara Falls. Would this be the perfect hotel to stay? Why wouldn't it? It's right down the street. It's within 10 minutes, a 10-minute walk of Niagara Falls. So I didn't know that. These are things I did not know. So of course, my job is to create brand awareness for hospitality brands. And Niagara Falls, the Sheraton, and the Niagara Falls Convention Center are all brands, and they're all hospitality brands. So isn't that great that I just actually educate you guys on this? Because like I said, it's all about the brand awareness. And the more you know, the more you go. The more you know, the more guests will go. You like that? I like that too. So there you go. So that is it. I think I've taken a little of your time, and I appreciate your time. I guess right now it's about 2:47 in LA on the West Coast. West Coast is the best coast. But I think I've taken enough of your time, so I thank you so much. But any questions at all, I am a resource for the industry, so feel free to reach out to me at any time. You can email me, russell@russellofhotels.com. You can go to my website, russellofhotels.com. My phone number is there. Feel free to reach out to me if that's how you like to communicate with people. That is fine. You can call me. My phone number is there on the website. If you want to slide into my DMs on Instagram, on whatever platforms, just go ahead and do it. That's fine. If that's the way you like to communicate, I'm all for that, right? I'm here for anyone that wants to communicate. I'm here for that. I don't care how you communicate. Doesn't matter to me. I'm here for all of it. So anyway, but you know what? When I checked in, they gave like this goodie bag, like a bag full of stuff. I mean, just full of stuff. I mean, chocolate, and I would take it that these chocolates are probably famous in the area here of the greater Niagara Falls, Buffalo area. So those some chocolates. I got a cane sugar soda. It's a cola. I mean, I drank most of it. So, but yeah, so popcorn. I mean, just a lot of stuff. Just goodies when I checked in. More chocolate. This stuff is making it back home because I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat milk chocolate. I eat dark chocolate because normally dark chocolate is not made with most dark chocolate. And there's some dark chocolate that still has dairy in it, but I don't eat dairy, right? So bottled water, a mug. I mean, just a lot of stuff. And then they supply us with this. This is like to protect your phone when you do the tour at Niagara Falls, because you're going to get wet. And this is a good way that your phone does not get soaked and damaged. So they provided that. I mean, just a lot of stuff they provided. So thank you so much. I appreciate, once again, who was that? Niagara Falls. Who is it? The Niagara Falls CVB or DMO. They even gave a bag. I've been using it today. It'll make it back home. I'll show you the bag too. So Niagara Falls. Dang it. Where's it at? There you go. Niagara Falls, USA. That's their logo. Because one thing I try to do when I'm on Instagram or whatever, when I'm posting things, I always want to tag them on it, right? That's a good thing that you should do, right? So anytime you have lunch somewhere or whatever, you stay at a hotel, you post the photos, right? This is what I do. And I always tag, and this is, it's easier said than done because everybody doesn't do it, right? Well, I do it pretty religiously. So, but for one reason, well, this happens with a lot of destinations, that there'll be multiple accounts in Instagram of different things that say, Niagara Falls, CVB or whatever, destination Niagara Falls, visit Niagara Falls, all these kind of things. So I had to pull young lady that actually works with the Niagara Falls USA CVB and ask her, say, hey, which one is the official one? Because you would think the official one has the blue check mark next to it. Well, that's not it. That's some separate company. I said, well, which one is it? So she had to show me what it was, the one that says USA. So that's how I know. So it's not Niagara Falls USA. That's the official one for the CVB here. So, sometimes you have to clarify these things because I'm just tagging people that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, right? And you want to make sure you're tagging the right organizations or the right brand, because that's how you create that brand awareness. There you go. I want people to see that I'm tagging them, and I want the people that I'm tagging to see that I'm posting things on their behalf. And that's what you want, right? You want people to tag things on your behalf. But they can't do it if they don't know your brand. Preach, Russell, preach. Anyway, that is it. That is it. You guys have a great day. I'm going to dinner, so I got to get ready for that. I'm tired too, but hey, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. Anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day, great evening. And once again, join me again. Hopefully tomorrow I'll do a daily check-in. Check out my IG page, Russell, what's it called? At Russell of Hotels, because I've been posting a lot of things about Niagara Falls, on the boat and all that stuff, getting wet and all that. So it's a beautiful day here. It's been beautiful the last couple of days. I love Niagara Falls, this part of New York, because of the change in weather. The leaves are changing colors and all that. Oh my God, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So just a beautiful fall day, right? So that's it. Anyway, that's it, because I can keep talking and rambling, but I got things to do. So you guys have a great day, great evening, and join me again tomorrow.